In a bid to improve the movement of goods and services in Nigeria, the government has approved more than $3 billion for the construction of another railway linking major cities and regions in the country. The new railway connecting Port Harcourt and Magrido is expected to improve the level of domestic connectivity and help integrate businesses to boost the country's economy. Some experts welcome the new initiative, saying lack of it, infrastructural development will always affect economic growth. More in this report.
The approval of the new rail contract comes just weeks after the government approved another rail construction linking Nigeria's northwestern city of Kano and Maradi, the second largest city in next-door neighbor Niger Republic. The government is also currently constructing yet another rail line from the country's commercial city of Lagos to the western city of Ibadan. That project is scheduled for completion before the end of the year.
If there is any infrastructure that we badly need in this economy, it's rail infrastructure. Because the level of domestic connectivity within our economy is very weak. This economy is a very big economy. And the more integrated the economy is, the faster will the economy grow. And the more inclusive the economy will be. And if we're able to build an inclusive economy through this faster integration, the impact on poverty, the impact on jobs will be very, very tremendous.
The Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line will effectively connect the country's oil-rich Niger Delta region and the northeast, making it easier to move persons and cargoes between both parts of the country and reduce the pressure on roads as well as cut journey time.
The Port Harcourt-Maiduguri, there are new branch lines, and I want to call the branch lines new. From Port Harcourt to Bonny, it's a new line. From Port Harcourt to Owerri is also a new line. There's another new line, there's a line connecting the narrow gauge to the standard gauge at Kafanchan. Then there is a branch line before Maiduguri to Damaturu and Gashua. That's what has been approved.
The government says the rail route is capable of transporting 11 million tons of cargo, and economists believe this is one rail project long overdue.
The more of these projects that we have, I think the better for the economy, because it will ease the challenge of logistics, and the challenge of logistics is one of the biggest impediments or constraints to productivity in the economy. It's one of the biggest factors in the cost of production, the cost of distribution, and even the inflationary challenges that we have in the economy. So I think it's a welcome development.
If everything goes as planned, rail work on the rail line is expected to commence by December. And the government says the project will be a joint funding with private partners.
That's a fantastic idea. And that is what we have also canvassed for over the years in the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, because we believe that the government doesn't have all the finances, all the funding to be able to fix the infrastructure. So the more we are able to incorporate private sector financing into infrastructure building, the better. So I think it's a welcome development. What is important is to build the proper kind of framework that will also inspire the confidence of the private sector to be able to put their money in the infrastructure as proposed.
There's no timeline yet for the completion of the project. Experts say that will depend on how quickly funds are deployed. Besides, the modalities for the funding partnership between the government and the private sector has still not been spelled out. So the present government might be long gone before the rail line is completed and becomes operational.